Hey guys, in today's video, we are checking out this guy right here. This is the WIDI Thru 6 BT by CME-PRO. This is a 2-in and 6-out MIDI splitter device that also has wireless Bluetooth MIDI built into it. So it has two possible inputs, one over wireless Bluetooth MIDI and one with a standard 5-pin MIDI cable. You can also connect 5 different hardwired cables to it and split the signal out to 5 different MIDI controlled devices. Pretty awesome, pretty helpful tool. This can be really helpful for connecting multiple devices together with MIDI. So with the WIDI Thru, I can do this very easily without having to daisy chain a bunch of MIDI cables together. So now the WIDI Thru is the central hub for all the devices that I want to control with MIDI. Pretty awesome. So there are 3 versions. This one has the Bluetooth feature. There is one that's very similar without it, and there's also a 3-in and 3-out. In this video, I'm mostly going to be covering the Bluetooth version. However, I will let you know about the other options in case if those are more what you're looking for. So this is by CME-PRO. I've used their wireless MIDI devices a bunch live. Their WIDI Master, their WIDI Jack, great wireless MIDI units. And now on top of having wireless Bluetooth MIDI, I can now split and send that signal out to multiple devices. So in this video, we're going to go over setup, how it works. I'm going to demo a couple of different ways on how to use it and stuff like that. Purchase links will be down below in the description if this is something you are interested in. For full transparency, CME-PRO did send me this unit to check out. It is not a paid video. All the opinions in this video are my own. But like I said, I've been using their WIDI Jack and their WIDI Master a bunch live. I love the products that they're doing, and I'm really glad that I have this guy in my arsenal now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so for setup, so what's included in the box is very minimalistic. You get the main device, a power cord to power the device, and a manual, and that is it. But that's all you need. So plug in the USB-C power cable in order to power the device. And I'll always give a shout out to all the devices that are using USB-C. It makes my life so much easier, so thank you for this. But when you plug in, you'll see the light power up. FYI, this cable does not send or receive MIDI via this cable. It is just used for powering the device. The green light means that it's on, and the blue light will be blinking. It will stop blinking when a wireless connection is made, and I'll get to that in a minute. There is a button on the side, and that's just for a hard reset if you ever need it. Okay, so now let's make some connections. So cabled or hardwired connections. So what you're going to do is you're going to plug out of your MIDI controller to the in on the WIDI Thru device. I'm going to be doing that with my Morningstar MC8. Side note, this is the best MIDI foot controller I've ever used. I do plan to eventually do a video of it sometime in the future. This thing is awesome. So I'm coming out of the out port of my Morningstar and going to the in port on the WIDI Thru. So now whatever devices you want to receive the MIDI commands, you'll plug a MIDI cable from one of the 5 different through outs on the WIDI Thru to the MIDI in on the device that you want to control. So for this example, I'm going to connect my HX Stomp with the MIDI in. And I'm also going to connect my Roland SPDSX via the MIDI in. So out of the WIDI Thru, out of the through ports, I'm going to the MIDI in on my HX Stomp with one, and I'm going in to the SPDSX MIDI input on another one. That's how you make hardwired connections. I can do 3 more if I wanted to, but just for the sake of this video, this is enough. Okay, so for a wireless connection, so you connect to it just like a standard Bluetooth device. So on my iMac, if I wanted to do it that way, I'm going to load up Audio MIDI Setup, go to Show MIDI Studio, and click the Bluetooth icon. And then you'll see the WIDI Thru 6 and you hit connect. I'm a Mac guy, so if you're on PC, you just connect to it like you would any other Bluetooth device. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to connect it to my iPad. So to connect with a phone or tablet, you download the WIDI app and connect it to the device. Pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you give the app permission. It should find the WIDI Thru 6, click it and approve the pairing request. And when you do, you'll see the blue light has turned solid blue now, meaning that it's connected to a wireless device over Bluetooth. So now that it's connected, this device, this iPad, will send and receive MIDI from this device. So for the first part of this demo, I'm going to be sending signal from my Morningstar to my iPad, which is running Sample Tank. So this video is not going to go over how to program MIDI. That's not what this video is about. If you don't know what program changes are, controller changes are, or just general MIDI programming, I have an in-depth video for that. You can check that out by clicking up above or down below. I've gotten a lot of good comments on that video saying that's really helped them out in understanding MIDI. So if you don't know how to program MIDI, you should definitely check out that video to help you get the understanding of what we're about to do. You can still follow along and see what this device does, but as far as how to program MIDI, I would check out that video. Okay, so I have this configured where these two buttons down here control my HX Stomp, these two buttons over here control my SPDSX, and then these top buttons up here will send notes to my iPad, which has Sample Tank loaded up. Again, if you want to know how to program MIDI, watch that video. But all of my MIDI controlled gear is connected to this central hub. Two of them are connected with a cable, one of them is connected wirelessly. So now you can see when I push this button, it will scroll through the snapshots on my HX Stomp. Pushing this one, it will scroll through different display modes for the HX Stomp. So it'll go from pedal mode to preset mode to snapshot mode and stuff like that. Pushing this button will load the Jazz kit on my SPDSX. Pushing this one will load the acoustic drum kit. Pushing these four buttons up here, I can play notes in Sample Tank from my iPad. Pretty sweet. Again, all of this is going from my Morningstar to the central hub, which is the WIDI Thru 6 BT. And just FYI, currently I demoed this where the wireless device, in this case my iPad, is receiving MIDI over Bluetooth. However, I can also send MIDI. I don't even need to change anything. Everything's going to be the same. I'm going to load up the MIDI Designer app, which I did a review on. This is probably the most customizable app for programming your own MIDI controllers from an iPad. It's pretty cool. I made just a super quick preset, and you can see when I hit these buttons, it sends messages to my HX Stomp to trigger each of the foot switches. So foot switch 1, foot switch 2, and foot switch 3. So I can receive MIDI over Bluetooth, which is what I did, sending signal from my Morningstar to my iPad on Sample Tank. And I can also send MIDI signals to the WIDI Thru 6, and it sends that signal to all the other devices. This one I have controlling my HX Stomp. It can send and receive. Pretty awesome. And just like anything in the WIDI ecosystem, so the WIDI Master, WIDI Jack, WIDI UHOST, stuff like that, they do pair automatically if you do want to use two systems at once. So two WIDI devices will connect automatically with each other. Now I will have to turn off the Bluetooth on my iPad to get this to work. So I'll turn that off and I'll connect a WIDI Master to my HX Stomp. And you can see it changes color, and that means that it's connected. And now I still have control wirelessly from the MC6. So the MC6 is going to connect to the WIDI Thru, and then the WIDI Thru and the WIDI Master are connected over wireless. Again, I didn't have to do anything. They just automatically paired, which then sends the wireless signal to the HX Stomp. Now with this basic setting right here, you can only connect two devices. However, there's a way to connect up to 5 WIDI devices altogether. That's more advanced, and if you are interested in that, I will link to a video explaining how to do that down in the description. CME-PRO made 2 separate videos on how to do that. But again, I can connect to these devices with a cable over Bluetooth MIDI, or I can connect a second or up to 5 WIDI devices to this system. Great way to split your MIDI signal to multiple devices. Okay, so as far as price, so as of the time of shooting, the WIDI Thru 6 BT is listed at $69.99. Nice. However, like I said, there are 2 other versions. There's a version that does not have Bluetooth, so it's the same idea. It just doesn't have the Bluetooth capability. So it's 1 in and 5 out. All of them have to be hardwired with a cable. That one is a bit cheaper at $39.99, so it saves you about $30. So it's up to you if you don't need the Bluetooth feature. My 2 cents, it is really great to have that Bluetooth feature because then you have 2 different inputs. Just having that is really helpful. Plus, I'm a huge fan of wireless, so I personally definitely think it's worth it for the upgrade to get the one with the Bluetooth. However, it's up to you and your setup. They also have the U6 MIDI Pro, and that is a 3 in, 3 out. I believe, actually, I think it's a 4 in, 4 out. I actually just ordered it, but they didn't send it to me. I'm ordering this by myself because I really like what this company is doing. I'll probably end up doing a review on that one in the future. So you can do MIDI routing in more specific ways. I'll link to that one down below as well if you want to read more about that. That's not really what this video is about, but like I said, I just ordered one, so I'll probably do a review about that in the future. Again, purchase links to all of them will be down below in the description. Okay, so my thoughts on this. This device is awesome. No surprise, I've used their other devices in their WIDI ecosystem multiple times live. It's awesome. I did bring this to a show. I am working on a video about how to do a wireless talkback system. So I've been doing that successfully with the WIDI Master with one, but I wanted to do it with 2. And my mixers that I use only have 1 input for MIDI. So this has actually been really helpful, and I've been able to do 2 talkback mics with this. I am working on a video about that, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see how I have this set up. But I used it specifically for that, and it worked great. And I'm also working on updating my live looping set. I'm constantly updating that. I swear I've just never settled on how I actually want that to be set up, but this is going to be perfect for that. And again, I've used the WIDI Jack and the WIDI Master for this type of stuff, and it's always worked great. I've reviewed the WIDI Jack, the WIDI Master, and the WIDI UHOST on my channel as well, so be sure to check those out. Purchase links to all of them are down below in the description. If you do use the link listed down below, it is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything to use that link. It's just a free way to support the channel. So if you do decide to get one of these products based on this video, using that link below is a free way to support the channel, and I would appreciate it, so thank you. So that's basically it. If you guys made it to the end of the video, do me a favor, just hit the thumbs up button. It's a free way to support the channel. I hate asking for it. Most YouTubers do hate asking for it, but it really does feed the YouTube algorithm. Again, don't forget to check out my other reviews by the CME Wireless MIDI products. If you don't really understand how to program MIDI, be sure to check out my video guide on how to program MIDI and understanding MIDI. Again, I've gotten a lot of good reviews on that video, and it's helped out a lot of people, so check that out if you're interested. So you can check out some of those videos by clicking the link on your screen now. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages at Scott Ewell Music on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Mostly on Instagram. I really don't care for the other two. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you again, CME-PRO, for sending me this product to check out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, this thing is awesome. CME-PRO does... so yeah, this thing is awesome. CME-PRO...